7 horrible 80s movies you watched anyway. The 1980s was a decade known for its eclectic pop culture, innovative fashion, dynamic music, and an explosion of unique, sometimes bizarre films. While the era produced many timeless classics, it was also infamous for movies that were genuinely terrible by most cinematic standards. Yet, despite their questionable quality, these films somehow captured our attention and earned a spot on our VHS shelves. Here's a rundown of 7 horrible 80s movies you watched anyway, ranked from not so bad to downright appalling. Number 7. The Garbage Pail Kids Movie, 1987. Cartoonish grotesqueness defined the Garbage Pail Kids Movie. Based on the controversial trading card series, this film attempted to bring the gross-out humor of the cards to life. While innovative in concept, the awkward execution was cringe-worthy. The plot centers around a group of foul-smelling, overly caricatured kids who form an unlikely bond with a teenage boy. What was envisioned as a child's fantasy tragically fails due to its inconsistent storyline and eerie animatronics. Its train-wreck charm kept it relevant as a cult watch, a reminder of just how bizarrely captivating bad filmmaking could be. Howard the Duck, 1986. Universally panned upon release, Howard the Duck is infamous for its baffling premise and leap into questionable territory. Given its Marvel origins, the movie had the potential for success but took an absurd detour. Howard, an anthropomorphic duck from another galaxy, is zapped to Earth facing a battle against an evil overlord. Struggling with tone, trapped somewhere between adult humor and family-friendly adventure, the film oscillates wildly. The disbelief it inspires is what glued audiences, making it hard to look away. Yet in retrospect, it stands as a cautionary tale of what happens when creative control goes awry. 5. Mac and Me, 1988. Mac and Me is often cited in discussions about movie product placements gone wrong. Initially perceived as a marketing knockoff of E.T. the Extraterrestrial, its blatant brand endorsement was hilariously transparent. Centering around a young boy and his alien friend, the plot is overshadowed by relentless Coca-Cola and McDonald's promotions, which distract rather than enhance. Despite, or because of this, the movie has acquired a legendary camp status wherein audiences revel in its absurdity. Its unintentional comedic elements have made it a staple for group movie mockery sessions. 4. Jaws: The Revenge, 1987. By the time Jaws: The Revenge hit theaters, the franchise had long jumped the shark, pun intended. As the fourth entry, it presented a ludicrous narrative involving a vengeful shark targeting the Brody family, even migrating across oceans to do so. The idea of a sentient, vendetta-driven shark shattered any scant suspense the predecessors maintained. With illogical plotting and lackluster effects, it barely functioned as a thriller. However, its memorable absurdity, from Michael Caine's miraculous dry-off to the shark's final explosive demise, makes it strangely enjoyable for bad movie enthusiasts. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and highlight that bell icon. This will really help this channel out. 3. Over the Top, 1987. Over the Top offers a head-scratching mix of melodrama and sports film, centering on the intense world of arm wrestling. Starring Sylvester Stallone as Lincoln Hawk, a trucker fighting to reconnect with his son through a gripping journey of self-discovery via the arm wrestling circuit. Boasting a perplexing blend of intense familial themes and testosterone-infused grunting, it stands alone in its bizarre conceit. Despite, or perhaps because of, its peculiar plot, it captivates with Stallone's over-the-top passion for a largely ignored sport, rendering it a must-watch in the so-bad-it's-good category. 2. Masters of the Universe, 1987. A would-be spectacular film adaptation of the beloved cartoon series, Masters of the Universe, juggled potential and execution like oil and water. The film misfires with its narrative shift to Earth, diverting energy away from Eternia's embattled quests. Despite poor dialogue, shaky special effects, and baffling plot choices, He-Man wielding a gun for one, the film held an alluring power. For fans of the franchise, it offered enough spectacle and nostalgia to overlook the faults. Its enduring attraction possibly lies in its earnest commitment to fantastical foolishness, paired with over-the-top performances. 1. Troll 2, 1990. Though technically released in 1990, Troll 2 embodies the essence of 80s campiness and is frequently cited as one of the worst films of all time. so terrible it's transcendent. Featuring a baffling plot about vegetarian goblins, yes, goblins, without a single troll in sight, it reaches new heights of unintentionally hilarious dialogues and ludicrous special effects. Lacking cohesive storytelling, competent acting, or any production polish, Troll 2 encapsulates a perfect storm of failings that make it extraordinarily watchable. Over time, it has matured into a cult phenomena, celebrated by audiences who thrill in the surreal theater of its ineptitude. In conclusion, these films serve as unabashed reminders of the chaotic and whimsical period that was the 80s. Awful as they are, these movies fascinate with their bold attempts at creativity and sheer absurdity. They prompt laughter and provide nostalgia, showcasing a side of 80s cinema that is stubbornly memorable. If exploring the intersection of mesmerizingly poor storytelling and iconic pop cinema intrigues you, subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the wonderfully weird world of movies.